Welcome, everybody. We're talking again with Ross Benjamin, college basketball analyst, and we started this series on underdog value, and my hat is off to Ross. He knocked down 2 out of 3 very convincingly last night. There's 3 underdog value games that Ross likes today. Michigan, Purdue, Cincinnati at SMU, and Alabama at Ole Miss. So, Ross, first of all, welcome back, and congratulations on last night. If you will, break these 3 down for us and give us some insight on why you like the underdog in these 3 ball games in college basketball tonight.
Well, thank you for the kind words, Mike. Let's start with the Cincinnati and SMU game. You know, this is a Cincinnati team that's lost 4 games this year. Been a little bit up and down, but, make no mistake, this is an experienced ball club. 5 starters back for a very good head coach in Mick Cronin. Excellent defensive team, allowing a shade under 62 points per contest, holding opponents to around 38% shooting from the field. They spent a good 6 weeks in the top 25 this season, recently falling out after a couple losses last week. Bad loss against Temple at home. Gave Iowa State all they can handle. Iowa State a top 5 team for part of this season, losing to them by 2. And, I just look at SMU, and I'm not convinced with their strength of schedule. They are 13-0, one very good win against Michigan, but this is the same SMU team. Home wins against Yale by 2 and Brown by 4. A lot of controversy around this SMU program, Mike, too, as well. I mean, this is an SMU program that's on a postseason ban. Larry Brown has been suspended for a good portion of the season, the head coach, veteran head coach of SMU. Just recently had a player leave the team. I'm going to take Cincinnati in this spot, Mike, plus the 6.5 at SMU tonight.
Well, I like that, and also now you can grab it at 7. It is available at 7, and I, too, am a Mick Cronin fan. This guy, he is a player's coach, and he's tough, and, he was saying he's very disappointed that they didn't come out with a victory with some of those top teams, Butler, Xavier, and they gave Iowa State fits, but I think this is a really good bounce-back spot myself because SMU, like you said, there's a lot of controversy. You got guard Keith Frazier suspended because of that scandal, and Larry Brown, anywhere he goes, scandal follows him. He's a great coach, but it's amazing what happens. So I don't think this is a bad play at all. And I know SMU, 13-0, they're not ranked, and it is because of that strength of schedule. They are 42-3, though, however, on their home court in the last 3 seasons, or 4 seasons, excuse me. So they are dangerous at home, but this is a different team. There's a lot of circumstances. So I like that breakdown there. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, Ross.
How about Alabama at Ole Miss, SEC battle? Mike, Avery Johnson, head coach at Alabama now, he's got this program headed in the right direction. We both know he's had limited success at the NBA level. Maybe he'll find his niche here in the college game. This is an Alabama team that has quality wins this season over Wichita State, Notre Dame, and at Clemson. Their only losses have come at the hands of Dayton, Oregon, and Xavier. Those are all top 25 caliber teams. This is an Ole Miss team, no signature wins. The last 2 seasons, they've gone 5-13 against the spread as a home pick'em or home favorite. I'm going to have a small lean here toward the Alabama Crimson Tide plus 5.5 over Ole Miss.
I like that, and that's also available plus 6. And yeah, Ole Miss, they won this ball game by 8 points last year. So I know Alabama, that's still in their minds. And like you said, Bama's beat some quality teams and played some quality teams. And you took the words out of my mouth. I'm a huge Avery Johnson fan. I loved him when he was playing, and I liked what he did when he was coaching there for a bit in the NBA. But like you said, maybe he'll find his niche in college because I really think he likes to teach. So I think that's going to go a long way. And I like this also, taking the points. So there's game number 2 with Alabama getting plus 6 you can grab it at. What's that third game you got for us, Ross?
Third game, the Michigan, Wolverines at the Purdue Boilermakers. A really intriguing Big Ten matchup tonight. Michigan started a little slow, Mike, losing their first 2 games of the year. Since then, they've gone 10-1 in their last 11. This is a Wolverines club that's won their last 6 games in a row, covered 5 of those contests. Their only non-cover came as a 21.5-point favorite in a 15-point win over Northern Kentucky. During a 6-game win streak, they've shot an unbelievable 55.5% from the field and averaged 85.8 points per game. Also 2-1 straight up and against the spread in true road games this season, and they're shooting close to 43% from the three-point line. Well, let's not be mistaken. Purdue is an excellent ball club, and Michigan will have their hands full on the boards tonight against a Boilermakers team that's plus 10 rebound per game differential. That's absolutely massive. And you know what? We have to go with momentum here. I have to go with momentum, I should say, as this is a Michigan team, like I just alluded to, 6-game winning streak, a Purdue club coming in having gone just 2-2 in their last 4 and coming off an upset loss at home against Iowa, in which they lost by 7 as a 9-point favorite. I'm going to ride the momentum here, Mike. A lot of value here. I'm going to take the Michigan Wolverines plus the 8 over Purdue.
Yeah, I have a hard time disputing anything you've said. Now, I'm not a big underdog guy, but when I looked at this, I thought, you know what, Purdue is going to really be pissed because of that home loss to Iowa. You know, they're ranked 18th. They were 10th, you know, not even a week ago. But you just can't deny the fact that Michigan is really, really playing consistent under-the-radar ball. So, I don't know. At first, I thought, you know, I don't know. I think Purdue might get this thing by double digits, but if I had to do a lean, I think I'm going to take Michigan with the 8, and that was very well broken down. You know, Mark Donnell and Zach Irvin, these guys are averaging double figures for Michigan. They're unselfish. That's what I see, a very unselfish team. So interesting to see how that plays out. Ross, thank you very much for breaking those games down.
One last thing in regards to this game,
Sure.
Mike, and I apologize for cutting in there.
Not at all.
You know, last night we had Evansville plus the 10. Almost pulled off the outright upset.
Yeah.
And one of the key points I made in that selection is when you have a good offensive club like Evansville was, shooting 52% from the field, you always have a puncher's chance when you're giving them that many points to get inside the number. That's exactly what happened. They were red hot down the stretch to stay in that game. And this is a Michigan team right now. I mean, they're shooting 55% from the field in their last 6 games.
Yeah.
43% from 3, Mike. So once again, we got that puncher's chance.
And, you know, also, they've drained 41 three-pointers in the last 3 games. That's huge. I mean, that's doing some shooting from the perimeter, and that's draining it when they need it. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Michigan just hangs in there all game. I don't know if Purdue really holds on to a home court advantage or not. The Iowa game tells me maybe not so. But is it that bounce-back spot? Then they say we're better than this team and we're going to, you know, get it done. I don't know. It remains to be seen. Ross, thank you so much for joining in. Viewers, jump on board with Ross Benjamin. He likes those underdogs and he knows where the value is.